¿Qué pasó, mi gente? It's your brother Ramirez, and we're back with the Con Todo podcast, episode 4, with one of my homies, a great comedian, my brother Samir Abdul.
Hey, thank you for having me, man.
Normally, I give roses to somebody out doing stuff, and I'll be honest, I can't think of anyone at the moment. But is there anyone you want to shout out doing the work that, you know what I'm saying, that impresses you, or you just want to give them roses?
Yeah, I mean, one person who's literally in front of us right now, JB. Come on, give him shout out to
Oh,
him.
yeah. Man, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, JV, man, we just when this releases, we'll be back from our Miami trip,
Oh shit.
and and so hopefully he didn't get a rash or anything, or the sun didn't, he had sunblock or something, right? But yeah, man, I gotta give rose to JV, bro. He's a guy, he's a man with a plan. You can't get these clips don't get pushed out without him, So
Yeah.
big shout out to JV. He's a big reason why we're able to do what we do. So.
Dope.
That's a good one, Samir. Way to make me feel like a piece of shit, though. Fuck. Big shout out to my guy, Ref Production, man. Hire him, man. But now your roses, Samir, man. Ever since I met you, bro, you've always been just curious about the game, bro. You're just always wanting to learn. You're a learner, brother. And I think that's something as an immigrant, right? We're always trying to learn. We're always trying to figure something else out. We want to learn from people that are doing better than us. We want to learn from people that are in positions that we want to be in. And I've always seen you like that. You've always asked questions. You're like a student of the game, right? And you yourself, you're hilarious, bro. But what I love about you is that you're always trying to grow. Whether you're good at this or not, you're ready. You're like, all right, but what's next? What am I gonna do here? And you're always doing something new too, man. I see you starting to produce at another comedy club, and all right, my roses to you, brother. You're working real hard, bro, and you're already ahead of the game, bro. A lot of people don't put in effort every day, and you put in effort every day, and that's. And I appreciate you taking some of my advice too, like with the whole reels and stuff.
Yeah.
He asked me a question before, like, "Hey man, what's up with the reels and all that?" I literally told him, "Bro, just find the topic of the day and show your face, talk about it for 30 seconds, and watch." And how many videos start to hit, right, and all that. So something simple, bro. Something as simple as that. And for the comedians that do have simple insight, bro, tell these people, man, don't be trying to gatekeep anything from them. This stuff is actually really easy, but but it when it comes to people like you working hard, brother, you'll always, I know you'll do it.
Oh man, thank you, man. I mean, it's also one of the coolest thing about doing comedy in a city is you see people like Ruben, right? You see people like Rami Abashab that are they're I mean the definition of hard work, but more important than hard work is strategic work. You see, so like as an immigrant, I know hard work is a very immigrant mentality thing, but then also there's also like strategic work, smart work, and those two things, if you can figure that out, you should be good to go. And I think I've seen you do it. I mean, headlining, you're on the road constantly, and every year I like that. Every year you up your game more. So for example, 2024 you headline this much clubs. 2025 you double that. 2026 you triple that, and you're doing that.
Yeah.
And for someone like me or even younger guys, we're seeing that as
Yeah.
an example. You know what I mean? And you're easy to talk to. So sometime in a given club, we'll come see you headline and then be like, yo, go ask Ruben some question. And you're just open there for any questions for all the young guys. So this is, and I like that you say, like, if you know a secret or anything, help someone out, give it out there, right? Because I think comedy is one of those unique things where Ruben's success is not going to hinder my success. In fact, the opposite. Ruben's success will affect my success. You know what I mean? So always pushing, always helping when you're in a position to help. It comes back around. You never know when it comes back.
Tenfold, bro. And I hope that I people see what I do. I hope people learn from it. Just because I love helping out people, bro. That's something real. And no one can ever say I didn't put people on. Even when I was not doing comedy and I was doing film, I was a casting director, bro. I was casting people for projects all the time. And it's nothing like seeing their face light up, or you know what I'm saying? That's cool, bro. I like that shit, And especially, bro, I learned at a young age seeing my pops how nice he was to everyone, how he looked out for everybody, and how many blessings came back tenfold. That's the same thing, bro. And it's not like I'm out here handing them $1,000 and shit to change their life. It's simple, bro. It's literally words, bro, that has worked for me.
Yeah.
Now that doesn't guarantee it's gonna work for them, but I'm gonna just tell them like what the little blueprint is, right? And I'm always be open to that, bro. I never understood when people are like, very gatekeepish and it's something that's small, right? Now I do understand some gatekeeping. Not all gatekeeping is bad, and I realize that. Because for example, if someone walks up to me like, "Hey, bro, who's a booker? What's their email, their phone number for this club?" And I'm like, "That's a little different, bro. You got to go through the process of that.
Yeah.
Like I can't out here giving people's
That's
phone
true.
numbers and email contact. I can't do that, right? Because I had to get that information. I had to work for that information. I had to bust my ass and go to the open mics in order for the owner to see me, or you know what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
like that stuff, I understand gatekeeping. You know, contact information. If they don't see you put in effort, like if I have a homie, like for a perfect example, me and Vic Pandya, we look out for each other a lot. A lot of the times where I don't know who booked something, I can ask him and he'll tell me like this. Likewise, if he has any questions of who books it, likewise, because why? I trust Vic that he's gonna go with a business mentality and he's always gonna do a great fucking job.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that be like, "Hey, bro, who books this?" I'm like, "Dude, you can't even do 5 minutes without help." You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I was like, "Don't worry about that. Hit the open mic and then figure out who runs the space." You know?
Do you think a lot of people, when they do, like people that are asked, "Hey, who's the booker here?" This, that, you think, because you're saying you have to still go through the work, through the process,
Yeah.
right? Do you think a lot of people avoid that process?
Yeah.
If they can.
Yeah, I mean, they will, right? But here's the thing, like, if whatever can make your career easier, right? I'm sure people will want to take that route. But if I worked a year and a half on an open mic or just trying to go into the same places and trying to work and figure out who owns the space just so I have good contact information, and then someone that's just barely walks in and they just want all the information all bad, like that's like, nah, bro. You know, you gotta work for this shit, bro. You know, and it's one of those things, and it depends on like how people look out for each other.
Yeah.
Samir, you look out for me, bro, and so I'm gonna look out for you. If someone that never looked out for me, why is there something? If they don't have something I want, then why do I have to look out for them? Respectfully, though.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
fair.
saying? And it's just an energy exchange. That's what it is.
Yeah.
And before I forget, we don't have much set decoration, but I always love bringing something to be a part of our set decoration to make you feel more at home, or, And so I have something that I looked
shit.
at and I was like, you know what, this reminds me of Samir, kind of.
Oh.
So
I'm anticipating this. I don't know what this is, but let's see.
but it's actually my favorite Marvel character.
Hey.
It's Black Panther.
Hey, okay.
So,
wow, let's go.
So, I saw him. I was like, I could see Samir doing Wakanda forever,
Yeah,
It's whatever, bro.
That means a lot, actually.
Oh, thank you, bro. I had this, I mean, it's not racist, right? It's not racist. I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Like, if I think it'd be worse if I got like Captain America. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I don't think it's worse. I don't think so. I think it would be racist if you ask if whoever at the store would be like, "Hey, I have a black friend. What would he like?"
Well, right? I mean, I guess so. I mean, either that or you know what I'm saying, one of the white girls to be like, one of the whites will be, "Oh, you gonna love this one," Man,
That's
Samir,
funny.
bro. But yeah, man, bro, Samir, you're such a dope person, man, and like. We're going through a lot of shit together right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Both of our peoples are getting attacked, and and by glory be to God, though, bro, we're people's voices of the voiceless. And, you're doing something very powerful, man. My man is going to be rocking Zanies, and he's actually donating the proceeds to an organization to help out his people, man, and that's beautiful.
Thank you.
And
Man.
we're gonna use these clips to promote it because we want to sell it out.
Yeah, man. That's the dream.
And we want to help people out, bro. And like I said, man, I told you I'm available for the free ski, bro. I want to go and use my platform, help fill it
Thank
up
you,
just in
man.
case.
Thank you.
But I'm there if you need me. Obviously, I know you probably got hit up by 50 people. Like, hey, bro, let me do 5 minutes. But like, you know who it is, brother.
I mean, I've even got to the process of picking the performers, all that stuff. It's just, it's a monumental thing for me to do this fundraise show. But it's also, I've noticed something, I guess, just from seeing you and Rami. One thing in comedy, I would say, or any other industry, you never wait until you're ready to do something.
Yeah.
You do it when you're not ready.
Bro, I literally said that to the last guest because he was waiting on when he's going to start posting skits, when he was going to start posting his jokes.
Yep.
I'm like, bro, if you're going to wait, you're never going to be ready, brother.
You're never.
Never.
And
he was, but his biggest thing, he was afraid of people not seeing him like the good, right? And I was like, bro, if I'm going to tell you something, the more you post, the better you'll get. Doesn't that excite you?
Yeah, I think that statement is so understood because that's so factual.
When you first did the little videos and skits, right? How many takes did it take you to really be like, all right, I'm going to post it?
Took me like hours and hours to do the first one.
And now you're just like, all right, boom, 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 post, boom, 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 post, boom, 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 post. So to anybody that is scared of posting anything like that, bro, I'm here to tell you, the quicker that you post, the better that you'll get, because how you gonna get reps in if you're not putting the reps in? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's simple. It's a simple ideology, but like I understand the fear, but understand that there's growth in that fear.
Yeah.
And I hope that's what motivates people is the more that they try, the better that they'll get. And I think that's the grand prize of it all, because now it's the unknown and shit,
And just to say, like, not that I'm good at, I'm still learning this. I'm still posting and whenever I need to, right? And I'm still learning. It's a learning progress. But 100%, I mean, you're 100% correct. It gets easier every time you do it. And also every time you do it, you're learning something and you're doing something better than the previous one. And the editing, the small little things you add, let me add this caption this time instead of the last caption I added. These little things that and then your lens to what is actually funny is also improving. So you're seeing quickly how to get to the punch instead of, saying all this, instead of rambling and saying all this instead of that. So you're seeing all the little things, but all of them, you can't get better at it if you're not doing the actual action.
No, bro, you can't. There's literally no way possible, man. And but like I said, man, we how you feel, bro? You know how nice it felt to see your picture under the Danny's post, bro.
It
felt good, man.
Oh man,
it felt good because I know you work hard for shit, bro, and I know you do things the right way. And so when I see any of my homies and the light like that, right? When they was like, bro, such a legendary room in Chicago, man. What's up, baby?
Let me say something to you, Ruben, because I think it's amazing doing this, but one thing I learned, I guess, is that especially when I'm seeing you perform too, right? Because a lot of comedians, when they're on the stage, it's different than when they're outside the stage.
Yeah.
And you want that to be as close as possible to, if you can, right? And I think what I've noticed in Chicago, for me in particular, as I'm growing, it's so hard to get opportunity in Chicago. So much opportunity, but you got to learn to connect. You got to learn to know the right people. It's very hard. And often the case, sometimes that could also make you have some kind of negative feeling towards Chicago, and then that could manifest on the stage when if you're letting that affect you. What I've seen from you guys is that you never let that affect you. You guys, obviously you guys right now, thankfully, you guys are getting more stage time, and you guys on a tour doing your own thing. But I know at the beginning it was probably the same thing where you guys have to really grind hard for stage time. But one thing I saw, which I thought was very inspiring for me, to keep on doing this, was that you guys never let that affect you guys. You guys are always in a positive mindset at all time. You're like, I'm not getting this opportunity or this opportunity. That's fine. I'll create my own opportunity.
Man.
And you open your own door. And so like people like Rami, they open their own door and they're doing that. And I saw that. And one thing I took away was like, never allow the external environment of how people are looking at you or what opportunity they're not giving you. Never allow that internally affect you, because that will show on the stage. So when you're on the stage, the audience are neutral.
Man, bro, you sound like an immigrant father for sure, brother.
I know, I sound like
Ruben, before you go do that, make sure you're passionate. Nah, that's dope, man. That's what it is, bro. It is what it is. And the thing is, bro, and you know what's funny about Samir, bro? He's loyal to what he believes in. And I seen this firsthand with Samir. And we shot a short film, right? It's not released yet, right? We shot a short film. And dude, so we didn't really eat. All we had like a granola bar and stuff. And for me, bro, that's not enough. Okay, shout out to Rami though. I appreciate the opportunity, but like it's not enough. So, look, dude, my blood sugar was tanking, bro. I was shaking a little bit.
Yeah.
And I look at Samir, and I'm like, hey, Samir, let's go get food, bro. Like everyone's talking about like where the food spots is at, and I'm already, dude, I'm quick. I'm like, I'm gonna find something like this because it's seconds before I'm gonna be like, And I remember I found a taco spot. I'm like, hey, Samir, I found this taco spot. Let's go to it. Like, it's only down the street. Like, we can go there, like, right now. And he asked me this question as he seen me shaking. Is it halal? I was like, Samir, I don't... In my head, I was like, oh. I was like, in my head, I was like, dude, I was like, Samir, just one time, bro. Like, one time, just be haram, bro. It's okay to be haram one time, bro. And in my head, I can see like another like Muslim out of nowhere be like astaghfirullah and like, and I'm like, dude, I'm literally shaking, about to die, and he asked me the question. Hold on, you see it's halal, and I was like, I told Rami about this story, and Rami says, hey. Kudos to Samir. Inshallah, you know? like, I was like, bro, I could have died.
You have to know there are about 5, halal passes you get throughout the day. Okay, I mean throughout the week. At that day, I have used all my halal passes. So right now, I was like, God damn it, Ruben. Tacos sounds really good. But is it made by halal guys? Is it okay? If it's not made by halal guys,
like this, bro. I was like, hey, we gotta go, and he was like, is it halal? I was like, astaghfirullah, bro.
Oh man! And shout out to Rami too for that for that skit that we shot that day.
Yeah, bro, that was fun.
That was my first time doing it. And I know for you, that was.
It was fun, bro.
It was so much fun.
We're gonna be working a lot, bro. We're gonna be doing a lot of more mini short films and stuff.
Yeah.
We're bouncing ideas off of each other. And that's something cool about Rami, bro. He's creative and he's ready to work, bro. He works like a Mexican.
Yeah.
You know, but okay.
Have you guys collab already? Like, have you guys done a show together?
We do. We always talk about it, bro. We always talk about it. We have to find some.
This is the time.
Yeah. We have to find somewhere that we both can bring something to the table, you know?
Yeah.
And like, cause that's what makes sense, right? Cause if I go to, cause he's killed it in a lot of areas, and I cannot probably bring out one person, right?
Yeah.
Vice versa. I don't know. Has he been to Los Angeles yet? You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, that's true.
So it's one of those things, right? And so like, I would love to go to somewhere where me and him kind of like don't know if we're gonna do well, and me and him just go for the risk and just let's try it, you know? Because anytime I perform with you guys, when I perform with T5, when I perform with you know what I'm saying, like these type of shows, bro, I murder, bro. I do very well, you know, especially like because I'm not saying I know the most about your guys' culture and stuff, but I know enough that makes people laugh, you know. Like when I walk up to Dami Falestini, like people are like, Habibi, you know. I'm like, yeah, Habibi, you know, and like.
Every time you go up, you're like, Assalamu alaikum, you stole.
It's Assalamu alaikum.
Right?
Assalamu alaikum.
That's not even, like, no. I mean, like, people love you up there, especially now with everything happening. People will buy tickets to be like, hey, let's go see a Palestinian and a Mexican. What a time to go see them.
We got to do that. Rami, we got to do it. We got to do it.
Yeah.
We got to do it. You know what? I'm going to get on the phone with Rami tomorrow. I'm like, bro, we have to lock something in. There's something.
Yeah.
Something. And just to get the ball rolling, right? Just to feel it, you know? Because I think we would do amazing together.
No, 100%.
Imagine me, you, Rami, and put Mo in, you know what I'm saying? Like, dude, that's hilarious combo, bro. We're gonna have an Arab, you know, we're going to have a Sudanese, Mexican, and Palestinian, bro.
Yo,
come on, man.
The people are ready. It's just we're waiting on you guys.
I know, bro, but it's just, you know, like I gotta revert first, you know, because if I'm on the road, bro, like I like carnitas, bro. I like carnitas.
Well, let me ask this question because you're on the road now.
I eat a lot of carnitas on the road. Yes.
Which cities do you like to? Well, I mean, there are halal carnitas too.
Is there?
I think so. America's pretty big.
Let's chat GPT that real quick. All right, that's interesting. Is that I gotta hold on.
Yeah, I'm very intrigued too. I'm pretty. I'm very confident.
Is there halal carnitas?
That's a fun question. Generally, traditional carnitas are made with pork, and pork isn't considered halal. However, some creative chefs do make halal versions using halal certified meat like beef or chicken. So it's definitely possible to find halal carnitas if you live for them.
Okay, but the thing is, brother, it's not carnitas, bro. At that point, it's just like impossible carnitas. You know what I'm saying? Like the Impossible Whopper is Impossible Carnitas. Like in my head, my type 2 diabetes, I'm like, nope, this isn't it. This is not it. Samir and Rami are robbing you of your taste, you know? But I will say, though, I love chicken shawarma. Rami took me to a very good shawarma place. And
was this here, Chicago?
Yeah,
gotcha.
Delicious, bro. It reminded me of a chicken burrito, right? But
yeah,
delicious, bro. The rice, everything, delicious. I think I could last over there with far as the food.
Yeah.
You know, if I got, because the thing is, you know, like these ICE officers, they're porting people just because they look like.
Yeah.
I have a healthy bird. I look out of them, you know. So like, so I think I could survive over there because the food. I think it's, I think I can find, as far as my diet, right? I like bad stuff, right? I think there's enough bad stuff out there. I could eat chicken shawarma for the rest of it, like all my life.
You know what I say? I say life, especially now, is too short for you to not be living it to the max. If you're gonna enjoy something, it's delicious, go for it.
That's why you want a carnitas.
You know, yes. In fact, hold up. Let me put the camera right there. Hold up, the camera right there.
We got him.
There was a halal, as I just discussed. There's a halal carlita, and I'm down for that for sure.
Man, you know what? There's no halal, bro. But you know what? I have seen a lot more places that say halal eats or something. You know what I'm saying? They make it known that it's halal, and I respect it because you almost let me die over it, And so, your dedication to Allah is beautiful, brother. And that's what you give your roses at too. You literally, because at my funeral, you're like, Habibi.
Sometimes it's not the easiest when you're hungry. When you're starving, you're not thinking about. You're like, just don't tell me. Let me finish first, and then tell me if it's not halal afterwards.
Dude, one of my favorite words is stuff with Allah, bro.
Oh yeah.
When I learned that, bro, I just say that randomly, dog. Like.
See, you can never go wrong. There are two words in Islam that you can use it almost universally anywhere. Yeah. Astaghfirullah and mashallah.
Mashallah. Oh yeah, I do it. It's beautiful, bro. Like I love saying alhamdulillah. Like I'm saying like bismillah. And yeah. But stuff with Allah, bro. I have a homie that I'm around a lot often, and anything he does, like he'll eat like pork. So I'm like stuff with Allah. He's like, not you telling me that. Like yeah. Trust me, bro. When he found out that I kick it with like you guys and stuff, he's like, "Wait, I was like, are you with?" I'm like, "Nah, bro. I can't give up carnitas, bro."
Yeah, it's fun. Oh, it's funny. There's someone else. Who was it that had a good joke about this too? Where he's like, "Yeah, this is a professional comedian. Went to Egypt, I think, and he was like, I like Islam, but the one thing that keeps me away from Islam is that I like pork too much." I can't do Islam because Michael Che. That's who I'm thinking.
Oh, Michael Che said that.
Yeah, he had this funny
That's
joke.
facts, though, bro. Dude, your guys' culture. It reminds me a lot of the Mexican culture.
It's funny too because when I was in Egypt this past couple of weeks ago, all the Sudanese are in Egypt right now. And in my head, I'm like, it's like the Mexico of Egypt. That's what's happening right now. And you got all the Sudanese doing all the work at Egyptians. I was like, we're legit the Mexicans of Egypt. This is what's up. and the government said, we got to send them back. I was like, where?
Oh, where are we going to send them? Bruh, man, you know what? And that's why the universal, bro, this what sucks. That pain is universal.
Yes, it is.
Because just like you said right now, it's the same concept. What's going on right now? Mm-hmm. It's the same concept. And you probably feel for your people like of Sudan. You're like, bro, but they're escaping war. They're escaping. Yeah. They're trying to better themselves. They don't want to be caught in all that, because they probably can get recruited by militia real quick and just be like, hey, fight for here's,
Of course.
It's the same concept, bro. Our peoples, we escape over here for a better life, and some people don't see it that way. They want to do it the right way. But when we do it the right way, I don't know if you've seen it, but there's been ICE officers posted by courthouses and stuff, taking people off right before they go to the courthouse and stuff. So a lot of the bullshit going on is rough, bro. But like for the people that don't know, because I feel like a lot of these outlets are blocking what's going on in Europe right now, especially TikTok. TikTok just got sold.
Yep.
And so now a lot of their algorithm is a little off, bro. But what can you say what's going on in Sudan? So like when we post it, just to give people education.
Yeah, of course. Right. I mean, TikTok have kind of just been, now censoring everything. But it has always been that, right? But like with Sudan in particular, I think what's interesting is that this is not new. This has been going for years. This has been going since I was a child. It's the reason why I left as well. It's just that what I do like is that now everyone in the country is going through the same struggle, right? So everyone kind of understand each other's pain. As in the past, it was like half of the country is going through a genocide, and the other half are not really, they're not really concerned too much about what's happening. And then it finally now it affects everyone, and so everyone's kind of everyone escaped, and so everyone knows what's happening in Sudan. Everyone has a family or someone in their family that is either displaced or even worst case probably murdered, right? But the interesting thing is, it's a very convoluted topic. I understand, but it's like there's a lot of outside factors that contribute to what's happening in Sudan, right? And a lot of outside countries, like this, like you can talk about the Middle East getting involved and with the militia and allowing all this to happen. You can talk about Africa, Egypt, and other neighboring country getting involved and just escalating and making this possible. You can talk about the West being involved as Russia is involved. So there's all these other external factors that contribute to what's happening in Sudan. But the cool thing, I guess, is that social media helps. Social media now exposes everything. Without social media, I mean, 2004, 5, 6, this is happening. It was very severe back then.
Yeah.
But it was in the dark, And now everyone is getting exposed to what's happening. Yeah. And I think that's the coolest thing about social media. Now, the sad thing is sometimes you go to like TikTok and like my mom's algorithm only shows Sudan. And you're just seeing horrific images. And then when you see that, as of me with the platform, like, how can I not say a word?
Yeah, for sure.
When you see this.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're like, you see such a horrific images, you can't really say anything about it. All you gotta do is just process what you just saw. And then eventually, then come up with something funny along those lines to talk about on the stage. But for me, the only way for me to like is most often when I talk about on the stage, it helps me because I'm like letting it out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And you know what's funny and not funny? You guys took our most dangerous city title away from us.
Really?
Yeah. It used to be the most dangerous city in the world was Tijuana, Mexico.
Oh.
And now the most dangerous city in the world is
is it Al-Fashir?
It's in Sudan, but
Al-Fashir.
It has to be because even they like when they described it.
Yeah, it's Al-Fashir.
They showed how the difference of the murder rates.
Yep.
And they showed it by emojis. Like one red devil is like how bad it is. Mm-hmm. That part of Sudan was just black. That means like dangerous,
Super dangerous. It's
so
it's so like to a level where they're teaching young, like 7 years old, 8 years old, young kids
how to shoot a gun,
how to look at people and look at them like they're animals. And like this person right here, they're not even human, right? And so these kids are getting desensitized and they're realizing like, yeah, we can just kill. You know what I mean? And this is crazy, such a barbaric thing to see, but that's the reality.
It is. It's nuts, bro. It's like people are very comfy, because it's even funnier. People from over there look at our country like we're going to shit too. I have a friend in Holland, bro, and they said, hey, we look at your country like it's almost third world just by all the shit that's going on. Your president is like damn near a dictator and everything like that. And it's kind of crazy to ask a person from the outside looking in,
Yeah.
Because I think that's an important question. How is the U.S. portrayed right now? Because there's no way it's portrayed the same light like it used to be where USA is the area of opportunity. It's beautiful. It's safe. It's, you know what I'm saying? Like, there has to be somewhere, like, that's real. Like, hey, actually, like, you don't go to these areas, you don't go to this area, like the government's they just bought out TikTok because they didn't want the Japanese or the Chinese to look in. And, and now ICE officers are going into people's houses whenever they want without any.
Yeah.
It's, bro, we're living in, dude, we've lived in wild times, bro. If you think about it, all of our timeline, dude, we've seen the phones go from beepers to this, you know what I mean? And we survived COVID. We've survived, dude. Bro.
And we're gonna survive what's happening now for sure.
Yeah.
But it is fascinating how in the past 10 years our image have changed globally than it is now. But it's also funny because 10 years ago too, you go to like these third world country, and people have nothing, but then everyone's looking at America like this developed nation, the number one nation in the world. But the funny thing is America still had like a lot of mental issues, depressions off the roof in America. But then you go to a country where they have nothing, people are happy as hell.
Yeah, bro.
It's crazy. Like, do
you keep up with streamers and stuff? Do you know I Show Speed?
Oh, I have.
You know how he's like in Africa right now, showing people that like, hey, like you guys got the image of Africa being poor, but like here's the people, like everyone's having fun, like they're dancing with him, and like he's able to walk around with like obviously he's gonna have security, but like he feels safe, like like. It's crazy that people are like that exposing like a lot of the, taking risk, I guess, too, right?
Yeah.
I mean, somebody, too, that I want to give a shout out that's been shedding light on the bullshit that's going on in a comedic way is Lysandra.
We had her last week.
Good,
She was fun.
And
She was fun.
big shout out to Lysandra. I met her when I had a show in Atlanta. Funny story about that. We sold no tickets. The owner didn't tell me till I pulled up, and he had a cigarette. He was smoking a cigarette. Hey man, I'm gonna tell you something, man. Yeah, we ain't selling one ticket, man. I was like, what? You could have told me this 2 days ago and just canceled the show, and I can get my money back on my flight. Nah, man. But if you want, there's a stage right there, man. We can,
You guys
you can. I looked at Lysandra and our other homie. I was like, let's go get some food, bro.
You guys did it.
I was so mad, bro. But like Lysandra, them were like they're good sports, bro. Like,
Yeah.
man, I hung out with them, and then Lysandra blew up just because she's been, all she did was be her, bro. She was always like that. She was, she spoke her mind, and she is, dude. She's on the forefront, and it was cool that I got to connect you guys. I knew you guys.
That was amazing, man. Yeah, man. Not only is she a performer, but she's also an activist because she's out there, speaking about ICE and everything. So that was kind of dope to see. And she brought one of her friends who is who's also a big activist. They were both going to Minneapolis.
Yeah.
That weekend for the protests. And so shout out for them to coming out. And she's also just a very funny person.
Yeah, bro.
On the stage as well.
Dope, man.
So dope. No.
We gotta have people like that, bro. We gotta have people like that with platforms, that are do it the right way, man. They do it the real way. I just say, man, fuck y'all. She does comedic light. She acts skits and everything, and that's smart. That's the way to do it. Don't listen to me. I just say fuck MAGA straight up,
No, but you're doing your own thing, and that's all you could do. You gotta do something that makes you comfortable. You know what I mean? And that eventually becomes easier as you do it because it's just you. And it's just you. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
And there's something else, even like with the shows, because we have a show coming up with Comedyplex this Sunday, right? Funny but true. I think there's something else I've learned is sometimes when you're doing comedy, you're so focused on the long term, on the growth, which is a good thing, but sometimes you're so focused on opening other doors. Like, how can I get to Laugh Factor? How can I get to this club? How can I connect with this guy? Sometimes you forget that you do already have doors open. You do have connection that are there, but you ignore them because you're looking for something better, something more, right? And I think Comedyplex is one of those. One of those clubs that early on, because it's a newer club. It's been there for 2-3 years, but they opened
spot.
Yeah, they not only that, but they kind of opened doors for me, and they allowed me in. And I was like, you know what? Let me take. I appreciate that. Let me do something here.
Yeah, no, big shout out to Mars, bro. Mars,
man.
He built a real cool space over there.
It's a cool space.
I got to headline there one time, bro. It was fun, man. It was fun, dude. Oh man. It was dope. It was fun, bro. Hope to go back there one day and. Good place, bro. It's beautiful venue.
Yeah, of course.
It has a little bar next to it too. Afterwards, kick it. It's a good spot.
It's right in the middle of the downtown, so it's nice for sure.
I just ChatGPT the similarities between people from Sudanese and Mexicans.
Oh, I want to hear this.
So I wanted to speak about this. Would you say moms run everything and dads act like they do?
Yes, 100%.
All right, we can agree on that one.
100%.
I'd say so. If you say you're not hungry, it's an insult.
That's very much so.
And as you can see, I never said that. I was always hungry, and because you probably skipped a couple meals, but
but that's why I walk in with a meal every time. So just in case you're thinking about, I just got this Snicker from.
Well, come to think of it, I'll say this too. I don't think I've ever seen you eat before.
Oh, I eat.
Because, dude, even one time at the comedy bar, I remember I had like a Cookie Monster. I had the ice cream with the cookie, and I'm like, hey, Samir, have some. And he's like, no.
That's not.
I was like, all right, that's cool. He's like, I don't want any. I was like, but it's a cookie. All right.
Well, first thing, that's actually how I sound in the clubs. That's
cookie,
it,
Is a cookie halal?
Let me digest it. See
Well,
what's
makes
going.
sense, right? Because it's like dairy,
Yeah. But that wasn't my thought. I think I declined because I didn't decline. I had it with you that day.
No.
I did.
You did?
Yeah.
Nah.
No, I was there. I remember this. I had it with you, and I was like, it's a shame we can't take this home.
Oh, I think so. Because the ice cream melted by then.
Yeah.
I'll say, what's a tradition that you guys got that you would say, you would think that only happens with Sudanese people?
I don't know if this also would. No, I think that happens with Mexicans, right? Throughout, because Sudanese they're one of them. They're known for their hospitality.
Yeah,
very much so, right? Like they will sleep outside if they have to, for you, the guest, to sleep inside.
Beautiful. Where
right?
do I go?
Yeah. So like you come to, and the thing is, I think Mexicans also have that tradition.
For sure. You gotta take care of your peoples, man. You gotta take care of peoples because can I say it? I don't think it's for the right reasons, kind of way. Because I feel like a lot of the OGs they care too much about what people think.
Yes, I agree.
So they're like, like especially like if you have guests, right? You have to clean the whole night before.
Yeah.
Make sure it's spotless. Even if they never went into your room, you gotta clean them up with spotless.
Yeah.
Because what are they gonna think of us?
Yep.
You know?
It's always that. And the worst thing right now is that my dad will call me 2 hours away to Chicago. Like, Samir, you got to come back this Wednesday. I was like, why? We have guests on Thursday. So what? This house needs a lot of cleaning. I need help. Right? Right? But like, yeah, you're 100% correct. I think the identity of how we look to someone else matters everything.
Yeah.
Which I don't think is a good thing at all.
No, I think our age, our generation, we're like, bro, it is how it is. If they don't want to hang out, it's gonna be trash.
And not only that, but we're also Americanized. So in America, it's always about like my voice matter.
Yeah.
And if you like me for who I am. And you go back to Sudan, you say if you like me for who I am. They're like, oh, get that BS out of here. Never say that statement again.
Like, no, Brownie, you out of here.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So that's interesting because I don't know. It's a very interesting thing because when I went back, I speak few languages, and there's certain languages, like there's a tribal language I speak.
Yeah.
When you go back, like for me, I would speak that depending on who I'm speaking to.
Can I
But I'm
hear
very tribal. So I speak a language called Zahawa language. It's called, and it goes. So for example, like you could say hi, la kuri or kef.
La
Like kef,
kuri?
la kuri means
Kev?
Kev means how are you, and that's Arabic.
La
Also,
kuri?
la kuri means also how are you, in Rutana.
Okay. La
Right?
kuri.
Or if you want to say yes, you say kadai,
Kadai.
which means yes, and it means good. But right?
Kadai. La Kurif. Look, I'm gonna remember La Kurif, right? Just because it's like different. Like I remember stuff with Allah just because it's different.
Yeah.
La Kurif. All right, man. And that's just how are you, right?
Yeah, that's just how are you. But it is interesting when you go back, you speak that. Certain people from the tribe feel very insecure about that, speaking this in public.
You know what's funny too? Like just based on our looks, right? I remember when I first met Samir, and like we was through the DMs, right? It was through the DMs, and I remember, I thought he was just straight black, and so
I get that a lot.
I thought you were just black, and so
Get that a lot.
So I was like, "What's up, dog?" And he was like, "Assalamu alaikum, brother." I was like, "Wait," I was like, "Hold on, brother. I'm a papi, not a habibi, bro." But I embrace that though, man. I embrace that so much, man. I'll keep it a buck, because I have people that are very Christian, right? Very Christian, and like they're very passionate about Christianity. And sometimes they don't understand how beautiful people of the Islamic religion are. Like, bro, kicking it with you guys, bro. You guys have never, made me feel bad. I mean, like maybe you guys frown upon when y'all see me eat carnitas and stuff. But I mean, that's I mean, I don't really look pretty eating carnitas to begin with. But I would say y'all always welcome me with open arms. And I want people to understand this because they might not know this. But in Islam, Jesus is very well loved and respected. I feel like Christians, they look at it and they don't think that like you guys respect nor love Jesus. Like Jesus is a real dude in multiple religions.
Yeah, of course.
But it's just you gotta understand there's different ideologies, bro. And like I grew up Catholic, but do I follow Catholicism like that? To be honest, no. I kind of haven't fallen off, but I have a close relationship with God. But I do love the idea of Ramadan, of sacrificing for for the greater good, and you guys just sticking to your religion, how passionate you guys are. It's the same thing as looking at Christianity. Oh, that's cool, they're compassionate about that, and just like how almost you let me die over it too. So it's like it'll always be respected,
Yeah.
And what's one thing you think that people have the stereotype that people fall under, like Muslim, like that is wrong?
People think, okay.
So let's think of something
arranged marriage.
You could debunk. Oh, arranged marriage.
Yeah.
That's not real.
Well, I mean, that's real depend on some countries.
Okay.
But people think the whole Islam is arranged marriage, which is like it's very flawed.
Are you able to have like 7 wives though?
No, 7 wives. Seven wives in the next life. 7 virgins in the next life. Okay. But in this life, 4.
Like 7 and 4 ain't that far apart. So I want to talk about that real quick. And so in this, are you really allowed to have 4 wives?
Yeah, you are allowed to have four wives. You're allowed to have four wives. And you know what's funny? They can all be different colors. That's what's
But do they have to be virgins?
No, they're not the
No?
virgin.
Okay. But do they also be Islam?
But people prefer.
But they also have to be Islam, right? All four
No,
of
they
them?
don't have to.
Really?
No.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure.
I feel like. But listen, bro, because obviously I'm gonna say something stupid. I'm gonna be like, I saw this on the internet, right? Like, I literally saw. Someone said that because you married someone that's not Muslim, that it's not valid in the eyes of Allah.
No, but that's only if the male, if the husband is not Muslim.
Okay, so the woman doesn't have to be. The male has to be.
Yeah.
Okay,
But
see that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense.
The whole idea is because, which again, we live in a time where something could be taken away out of context completely, but the whole idea is that if the father is Muslim, then the kids are gonna come out with the same religion. That's the whole concept, you know. But yeah, I mean, like nowadays, people finding someone with four wives is very unlikely, right? You know, 1, 2, maybe 2 max, but yeah.
Because dowries can get expensive.
They can get very expensive.
You know,
my cousin just got married. One wife.
What's a dowry? For those that don't know, all right, and tell me if I'm explaining this right. Okay. But dowry is the same thing as like a divorce, you know. But there's terms to it. That in order for you to complete the divorce, the separation per se, you must provide a lot of times very large cash amount / property / assets, which sounds like an Americanized divorce. Am I right though? Dowry, which is nuts because everybody's dowry is different levels.
Different.
Like you could be with a Habibti that ain't that like popping, and the dowry's low. But if you with like one of the girls, you'd be like, mashallah, and the dowries can hit 6 figures. And you got to do it. Like you have to pay that off, bro. If you don't, it's you know.
And sometimes not even money. They're like, yo, I'm gonna give you 30K, and they're like, I don't want 30K. I want 2,100 camels. And you're like, how am I gonna find that? They're like, no, do what you gotta do.
Man, 4 wives, bro. Like that to the average male, right? I think people are like, oh, that's cool, but like, nah,
that's a lot of work.
No, I got my one, and that's all I need.
It's a lot of work.
See, I just want my one. My one is my perfect for me. That's it. Could you imagine trying to juggle 4 females?
It's a flex, right? People
do you have family members that have more than one?
I don't know if I can disclose that information.
Do you have a friend, I guess? How about that? Imaginary friend.
All right?
That's crazy, bro. And they all live under the same household?
No. That's one thing you got it. So basically in Islam, every wife has to get their own house. So.
See, that's good. I appreciate that for the queens out there because, like, they deserve their own spot. If you're going to be sharing a man, at least you don't got to share the same space as other women.
No, you got to treat them equally. You can't treat one better than the other. So there's also that aspect of it. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, that whole idea is not as prominent as it used to be. Yeah. It used to be like, you know, the OG, like my father's siblings. Yeah. Those guys, they're like, oh yeah, this was the way. Like you go back right now too. Yeah, you go back right now. Right? They're like, gotta.
You sounded like Knuckles, brother, from Sonic. I know the way. Oh man.
No, but you go back right now. You see all the youth, all the younger generation. They're always like, yeah, I'm gonna have 4. I'm gonna have 4, and then I'm gonna divorce 1. Then I'll have a 5th one. I was like, oh, you can't. And then for me, I'm like, I just want 1.
Yeah,
one is hard already.
Because obviously, because when you hear that, right? Well, that's always a question. How many can you have? And it's like, bro, but that doesn't even sound fun, bro. Like
it doesn't. No, it doesn't at all. It's because
would you if you found two Habibtis, right? Would you do it?
If I find 2 Habibti, would I marry 2? Yeah. That's a hard. No, not really. That's a hard question. Depends on where I am. Yeah. Depends on where I am, actually. Yeah. If I'm in Egypt, sure.
In Cairo,
sure. But if I'm here, I'm like, let me just deal with one.
Imagine having 2 Wisconsin 5s as your wife, bro. Imagine, are you gonna just hi Samir, come get this cheese curd. Oh man, but over in Cairo, yeah, you're right, bro. You're right, bro. That's man, that's a great way to put it. It depends on where you're at. If you are in an area where like Cairo, 4 of them, right? 4 of them. But if you in Wisconsin or in Arkansas or something, bro, yeah, it's not a flex.
Yeah, and plus, your money goes a long way in Cairo than it is here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, bro. And
Yeah.
and man, but so when I barely, not too long ago I learned about what dowry is. My guy Mo taught me, and it's the same concept as as a divorce. And when I heard that, I was like, bro, that's kind of crazy. Because like, well, even say right, an American divorce, right, you get half the settlement. Say it's, or maybe it is half, the house, whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
House value is at 150K. That's it, right? But imagine like you get like a high level habibti, bro, and she's like $500,000.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And I think that's a flex, right? Because I think I've heard someone where, our dowry is $500,000. I pay that easily. Like,
It is. And I mean, I think that's what marriage kind of, in a way,
so the father wins
is. The father,
because he gets pretty much, right? Because that's to the father. Like, I'll get you this if.
the father. Well, yeah, right. Because if you're giving out the daughter,
Yeah.
right, yeah, the father wins. The whole family collectively win because you're getting a lot.
Yeah.
But it was also funny because then that's could be one reason why divorce is very unlikely. Because there's so much expense you put into this.
Yes.
I can't afford to get divorced. This is it's too
No,
much.
not
My
at
cousin
all.
just spent like 30,000 on his whole wedding. Right? I'm like,
But you know what's crazy? That's not even a lot though, bro.
It's not.
I've seen Muslim like people, Arabs or student, like, dude. I've literally had like a film festival before next to a wedding, bro. They shut that street down, bro.
Yeah.
Streets, bro.
It's crazy.
Streets, bro. They were dancing for, dude. The
The
festival
whole-
was like
yeah,
5
yeah.
hours long. They were still dancing when we got outside, bro. But dude, everyone's like dressed out, bro. I'm not trying to sound
Yeah.
ignorant, but like, bro, their dresses and their suits.
Of course.
bro. Like say I was a habibti, right? But I wanted to flex on people. Is there like Louis Vuitton that I could put on, like,
Yeah.
that let people know that we not the same habibtis, like.
Yeah, of course, right? I mean, it depends on where you are in relation to the bride or the groom. Then, right? Like my cousin's wedding, over 700 people came
Yeah.
to that wedding, right? But I was the best man, so I have to dress almost identical to him. So that
How
way,
much that cost?
of me dressing,
Yeah.
a couple of American pounds, I think like almost 1,000 for sure. Egyptian, pretty expensive, right? Egyptian pounds, all right. But the point is, for me, I'm showcasing to everyone else that, hey, my cousin's single. That's what, right? Because that's all I mean. Like, hey, this guy's single.
Uh-huh.
All right? And so all the ladies are checking me out. So I gotta look good. But then at the same time, if you're married, you gotta dress up. You gotta come out all the way to show. Be like, yo, look what we got going on. To
You and your wife
yeah.
you and your 4 wives.
In the 4 wives, and each hands, 2 wives are walking in together.
How do you see that at the parties? Like, couple of them? Man,
I
bro.
seen someone before, well, in social media, but
Yeah.
I seen someone before married 2 wives at the same day, one here and here, and I was like, now that's just a whole different level of flex.
Yeah, I mean, expensive, right?
Super expensive.
But and then all the families have to be on board, right? Like, okay,
Oh yeah,
that's
one thing about, I guess I do appreciate about these kind of weddings is like, before it happened, both families have to be in agreement.
Yeah.
So that's the beauty that I admire. Because in America, you can get married and be like, my mom doesn't like my wife, and you can be like that forever.
Okay.
You can't do that.
No.
And any of the other, in any of the African or the Middle East, you can't be like, this is my wife, my mom and my wife don't get along. I was like, oh, something wrong. You got to figure this shit out. Right? Someone got to go. Like,
Does your dad look at your career? Is he happy or is he disappointed?
He's not disappointed because he doesn't know. Right?
Oh wait, because you still go to school, right? And you were like pretty much telling him like, yeah, I go to.
Yeah, I mean, I take a course here and there, but like I work with the school, with Northwestern, and my dad, he's in the dark. He doesn't like. He thinks because in college I always do public speaking and stuff like that. So he thinks this is part of those stuff that I do. He doesn't know. He's like he thinks my son is just probably saying some informative thing. But he's also making them laugh in the process. He's good at that. That's how he does things. He doesn't know that people came in for the laughter.
Man,
Why
are you scared to tell him?
I'm not scared to tell him. I think what I am is my dad is and my dad, if he's doing something, he doesn't like to tell you about it. He likes to show you. right? He'll do it. He'll succeed and be like, yeah, that's what a man does.
Imagine, bro. Imagine, like, you're like, Dad, I'm a comedian. Oh, you a comedian?
Yeah.
Watch this. He takes you to an open mic, murders, bro. He's like, yes, son. That's how you do it.
That's a part of me that maybe feels that may be true actually. Right? That's why I don't want to take it.
Bro, but, like, I don't know, man, because, like, I think the same thing, bro. You know, immigrant parents, right? They want what's best for us. At the end of the day,
Yeah.
even if people look at it as mean or whatever, at the end of the day, they just want what's best for us.
Yeah.
I remember when I told my dad that I was dropping out of criminal justice school to become an actor. And my dad's first question was like, well, when do you start making money? And my dumb ass, I Google, when does the average actor make it?
Oh,
and I'm like, Papa, like, I'm going to start making money at the age of 45. Mind you, I was fresh 21. Dude, my dad was like, ¿Cómo que vas a tener 45 años? 45 years old? And in my head, I'm like, you're just worried about your retirement because I'm your retirement, you know? But but at the end of the day, like, they're just what's best for you, right? And
would you also say that because for you, Ruben, that your success is kind of the image of your family?
Yes. Because that's the thing. They when in order for them to like follow, like believe in what you're doing, bro, you just have to prove the concept to them. When my dad first saw me on TV pull out a gun on somebody on a TV show, that's when he was like, all right, that was kind of cool.
That's
like,
my son.
Cool. That's cool. And so you just had to show them, you know, like what you're working towards. And then especially when I post, when I'm in the crowd and I got sold out, you know, space, my parents love that. You know, it just shows them that what I'm doing is right. And then at the end of the day, everything they taught me, I'm putting in. And especially right now, like my latest 40 minutes, all it is on my parents because how they raised me. And it's funny. And but it's like, they just want what's best at the end of the day. But you have to show them that you can do it. You know, you can't, realistically, you can't be like, yeah, you know, I don't have insurance, I don't have this, but, you know, I'm happy. And they're like, happiness doesn't pay a bill, brother.
Yeah,
like, you know, you gotta make sure you gotta bring money in, you know. And obviously they think, oh, the career, the this. Bro, I probably would have been upset if I was a police officer.
Than if you were doing this.
Yeah, for sure, bro. I wouldn't be happy.
I guess like my question is because right now you're telling the story as if, you know, you went here and you just like that succeeded, right? Obviously it took some time, it took work, and I'm sure you had days where you kind of didn't have hope, right? So especially for you, right, as an immigrant who, you know, whose family education is everything, success is everything, especially in America. When did you realize you're like, yo, this acting, this is what I want to do, and I'm gonna make this work? Because sometimes you may believe it, but then you're to the action, everything. You're like, this is so hard.
Well, I think when you first start working, like start doing short films and stuff, that's when you're like, oh, this could be a reality. And then I started working with some cool peoples, and you know, now I got burnt out from acting, bro. I got so burnt out, but it's almost like a blessing in disguise because getting burnt out from acting made me want to focus 100% on comedy. And it was the smartest thing to ever do, to be like, you know what? I'm done with filmmaking. I'm done. I'm going to focus all on comedy. And after I put all my effort into comedy, well, now here we are, bro. And now here's the thing. Now I use my platform for comedy, and I get offered roles all the time now. I don't even have to audition. Let's go. So I'm not. It's not a flex, but it's a flex because I have a different talent that helped me get me in a different position of something I've always wanted. Like when I was full on acting, I would have loved not having to audition and not having. But now, you know, I got good at this, and so I was like, oh, okay. Well, now there's blessings on the other side. Which you know. And
you always knew that you're gonna go on the stand-up route if acting didn't?
No, because I did a little bit of everything, bro. I bought a camera. I thought I was gonna do photography. I bought a DJ board. I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna try DJing. I was directing. I was writing.
Wow.
I was trying everything, bro. I just wanted to figure something out. Because I looked at it like, bro, if my parents came here to give me a better life, why not try a little bit of everything, you know? And I did. But that the best thing about trying everything is you'll find out what you actually really like. You know, and I found out that I didn't have a passion for writing. Comedy we have to write, but I didn't have a passion to like write poems and stuff, like write for other people and stuff like that. My passion is acting, or not acting, but comedy. You know, that's my number one thing, and I just happen to do well in acting too. And it's like It helped me though, cause like I DJ'd like 3 quinceañeras, bro, and a wedding, and I realized that I only wanted it for the money, but money doesn't drive me.
That's true.
Money doesn't drive me. As
That's
much
true.
as that, okay, cool, I get paid to, that's cool.
Yeah.
But I wasn't excited. I was like, fuck, man, it's gonna be a long wedding.
It's just a job.
Yeah. I was like, oh, this is gonna be long. And I was like, you know what? I'm good. Like that was a cool experiment. That was fine. Same thing for the cameras. I did like 2-3 photos. I was like, it's ain't for me, bro. I hated editing.
Yeah.
People who are cameramen are fucking psycho. Yeah. Big shout out to my brother JV.
Except you, JV. Okay.
Oh, he's psycho too, bro. Bro, he'll be like, hey, bro, like we'll have a long day, and he'll be like, they're having a midnight showing in Chicago to go see Sinners. You want to go? I'm over here tired. I have to do it. We just got done doing like 3 shows. And I'm like, you want to go see Sinners at midnight?
It's a good movie though, right?
Yeah, I love it. I love it. But dude, he's crazy too, bro. He's crazy. Dude.
No, but I like that you try everything to figure out what you really enjoy.
Thanks,
and
bro.
also, like, even with comedy, something cool that I've seen you do a lot is you're an excellent promoter.
Yeah.
You know your market, and you know how to promote yourself, and you know how to create anticipation for everyone who's watching, from their phone. But I want to be in the next one.
Yeah.
And was this something? Okay, how'd you go about? How do you learn this? Was there someone that you looked up to that did this, and you learned from that, or something that you came up? How did that came about?
Well, the biggest thing, bro, is our homie, bro, Ken. He was posting often.
Oh.
Even as big as he was, bro, he still promoted every show. Like he put this, like he posted his flyer, he posted his clip, he posted this. That was the biggest blueprint. It's just a consistency of what he had.
Yeah.
And even when I hung out with him, bro, I was at the Hollywood Improv with him one time. The last time I actually got to talk to him before he passed. He said he liked seeing how often I post and promote myself because no one else is gonna do it.
Yeah,
he was like, I see you posting, bro. Keep doing that, man. That no one's gonna put you on except for yourself. Like keep doing that. You're doing that the right way and stuff. So, I mean, that's what it is, bro. I feel like people don't wake up every day and think like, man, I want 5 new faces to see me today. And it all adds up. 5, or even say 1. Let's say I want a new follower today. If you did that, right? Even if let's do 5, right? Because my goal is $5 a day throughout all platforms, right? You do that every week, right? That's 30, right?
Yeah.
Do it for a month. That's 120. Then you do it for the year. Even a small increment like that is major, bro. Because you got to look at everyone as a possibility that they're either gonna buy a ticket, or buy a T-shirt, merch, whatever, or share your video. And I look at every day, bro, as a chance to put my name out there. And it might annoy some people. And that's what I think people think. That, if I'm posting my thing, they're going to get annoyed. Nah, bro, you got to promote yourself. If Nike, McDonald's, Burger King are promoting millions of dollars in the commercials to get their name out, why should we hold back promoting our names?
Yeah.
If you're seeing all these commercials, these other people understand the game. You got to get your name out there. Why are you afraid if McDonald's has 20 commercials on through the day? They don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I mean, I think the fear is fear of judgment. I think that's what it is, right? I think like you put something out, your whole idea is like, I'm gonna put something good, I don't want to put something bad, and so that's the thing. But like, no, I think there's something you said before too, that I still remember till this day, and I was like, oh yeah, closed mouth don't get fed.
Closed mouths don't get fed, evidently, brother.
All right.
Closed mouths don't get fed, bro.
That statement it goes a long way, because I mean that's something else too. Like you're good at.
Yeah.
You don't. You go out. You're not only a hustler, but you go out and you ask for what you want. And what's the worst answer? No. Then you move on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Bro, trust me, man. And because you're gonna come across a lot of more uncomfortable situations as you grow. And the biggest thing you'll have to get over real quick, bro, is doing the money talk. In the beginning, you're not gonna have an agent to tell you to do the uncomfortable conversation of the money. Money's gonna be important one day, bro. And when that money comes, you have to be ready to have that uncomfortable conversation, right? You gotta be real with what you can bring in, and also be real with what you can provide for a price. Because I think people are like, oh, I know my worth, and it's way too high for them what they're trying to charge.
Yeah.
I have literally a ticket sale history on my EPK, on my electronic package kit, I can flex. I've sold this many tickets last year on my tour, and this is me. This is why I asked for this much. And there's places I won't do a show for somebody else because I know I could do it myself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? One of the biggest examples is obviously Joliet, my hometown. Nobody, and respectfully, if you have a venue and you hit me up and you're like, I want you to do a show, I'm gonna tell you I want 100% of my ticket sales. Why? Because I know I'll fill it up.
Yeah.
I sell out every time.
I mean, it's fair. They're getting.
Waukegan, same thing. People
Yeah.
hit me up. Hey, bro, if you're gonna open your venue up to me, I want 100% ticket sales. Don't ask me what I want. You won't get mad if you're gonna ask me what I want. Because in my head, I already made this much money, and if I was there last year, I know I'm bigger this year. I'm gonna ask for more. Let me just give me the venue for free. I'll put people in your venue. You keep the bar. You keep your food sales.
Yeah.
You know, don't ask me how much I want because I want a high amount because I already proven that I can sell it multiple times. So,
well, I don't even know if I know this about you, Ruben. Were you born here or did you move here at a young age?
what does my hoodie say?
Is this Arabic?
No.
No,
No,
it's not
it's the eagle with the double R. What's the back of my hoodie say, bro?
Oh, at the back. I don't know. Let me see the back. I can't read what this is saying, bro. Oh, there it is. Okay. Bitch.
So,
No.
that's the name of my tour, bro.
And we know the reason why I asked this question, Ruben, because what you're saying right now, a lot of immigrants don't have this mentality of. It's funny because immigrants.
Oh, we'll do it cheap, right? Yeah.
Right, immigrants tend to negotiate the most if you go to their home country. Some things they'll negotiate everything until they get the right bit. But in America, there's this idea of like, hey, I'm gonna be the best at this thing, and I'm not gonna over ask for more than what I earn, and because it's always like there's this fear of like, I don't want to look like I'm asking for too much.
Yeah.
Right, I'm gonna just ask for
real.
a little.
So,
but then yet they're the hardest worker.
Yeah, facts, bro. No, dude, you go to the pinche flea market in Mexico. You go to La Pulguita. You go to whatever. You go to they have a stack of tortillas for 10 pesos. I'm like, tengo ocho. I have 8. You know, like.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, man.
Yeah.
Before we go, bro, I want you to promote your Zany show.
Yeah.
I want you to tell me what it is, where it is, who's it benefiting, who's on the show. Because we're going to clip that up for you, and I'm going to post it so we can fill that bitch up.
Oh, appreciate you, man.
So,
appreciate you so
looking
much.
at that camera, promote that motherfucker, bro.
Yeah, man, it's an honor. I mean, the show is going to be on Zany's Old Town on March 3rd, right? It's a 7 p.m. show, and this is all the proceeds are going directly to all the civilians who are displaced right now in Fasher, Sudan. There's a GoFundMe coming up tomorrow that'll be live. And so there was the show and there was the GoFundMe, 2 separate things. But at the end of the show, they all come together, and then from there, whatever money we collected will go directly to Sudan. And to me, that's a dream come true because this is a very personal thing for me, and this is a small way of me giving back to the people in Darfur, Sudan. And then the lineup it's gonna be I'm gonna have a couple of Chicago names, but we also have a couple of names coming out of town, which
I can guess who
we're
it is.
Waiting.
I can guess who it is.
Yeah, I think you can guess one of them.
Oh man, killer.
And the other one is we emailed him. He actually emailed us, so we give him the details about the show, and we haven't heard back yet. But if he does come, it would be like incredible. He is the biggest comedian in America right now. So if he comes through, oh my God, I can't believe it. There'll be 2 shows. If that happens.
I love that you reach for the sky, brother. That's all we can do.
Reach for the sky, if you fall.
No, you're not gonna fall, bro. We're gonna make sure we can. But yeah, man. Yeah, like y'all said it, man. Make sure y'all tap in with Laugh with Samir, man.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Check out his show. Dude, it's big, man. It's big.
Yeah.
Being able to perform at Zany's, let alone produce a show there, and so it was all for a good cause, bro. And I stand with you.
I appreciate
with
you,
the people in Sudan, and it's just like you guys stand with us, and dude, I hope, yeah, we all are still together,
Yeah,
This
of
world doesn't
course.
crumble apart. But, yeah, man. Thank you so much, Samir. I appreciate you, bro.
No, thank you. Man.
This has been episode 4 for the Con Todo podcast with Ruben Ramirez, and I brought my homie Samir Abdul. Check him out. Funny as hell. And like I said, support the Zany show. Let's pack it out. Let's do 2 shows. And I can't wait to get off that so I could ask you who it is. And I already have an idea. But my boy got connections too. Don't just think it's me. My boy know people that I can't get access to. All right?
You know, fingers crossed. That's all we can do.
All right, man.
But nevertheless, it'll be an amazing show.
Beautiful show.
Thank you.
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah.